Once the meat's coated and cooked to perfection, it's time to dig in. The tender, flaky meat of the shark, grilled to mouth-watering perfection, is just the beginning. Infused with the fiery flavors of the peri-peri marinade, this dish is a culinary journey that transports your taste buds from the shores of Goa all the way to the streets of South Africa. After diving into the wildest, most exotic proteins in Goa, I'm ready to try something a bit more normal. But in India, even that can be pretty daring. Next, get ready for 4 levels of pork, a controversial meat in many parts of this country. Pork. It's the protein powerhouse that fuels countless countries from Mexico to Hawaii. Yet for billions around the world, including Muslims, Buddhists, Jewish folks, and certain Christian denominations, swine is strictly off limits. In Goa, well, pork is fair game. Our journey begins with a local curry dish that's been quietly fading from Goan cuisine. Thankfully, at George Bar, this delicacy is preserved in its original form, unchanged for over 60 years. It's a taste of tradition, cooked today just as it was all those years ago.
Torradin was introduced by the Portuguese people, and Goan later on improved masala and taste of the torradin, and most of the masala is specially done with the Goan toddy vinegar. Because of that, it gives the good flavor, and that's how it is very tasty and very famous.
Meet pork torradina, or toasty pork. This ancient Goan gem, courtesy of the Portuguese, is prepared by grilling fatty pork pieces until they're crispy, succulent, and downright addictive. First, soak red chilies in vinegar overnight to dial down the heat and crank up the tang. The next day, toss them in a blender with salt, sugar, ginger paste, and garlic slices to get those flavors melding. Then add cumin seeds, black pepper, cloves, and cinnamon. The result is our torradina masala. Next, add oil to a pan. Then immerse the boiling pork belly chunks for 5 minutes until the edges gain a delicious crisp. Mix in our masala blend, add a bit of water, and cook it well. To finish, sprinkle in a magical mixture of chopped green chilies and coriander to further enhance the dish's flavor profile. This is the type of pork dish that you'll need a 12-step program just to get over. The taste of torradina is a delicious combination of sweet, savory, and spicy flavors. The standout taste, however, is the tangy kick from the Goan chili vinegar, which helps to cut through the pork's fattiness. Leveling up our pork game, we dive into the world of Indian pork sausage, the infamous Goan chorizo. This delicacy takes inspiration from Portugal's chorico sausage. But here there's a twist. In India's humid climate, traditional European sausage making was a no-go, so locals began preserving the meat with vinegar, giving birth to Goa's signature sausage flavor.
Chorizo is from the Portuguese, which is continued by our Goans. Until now, it's very famous, not only in Goa, but all worldwide. So most sausages are going abroad, London, Portugal, England, and Mumbai also, a lot of people take it.
Start by finely dicing the pork meat, aiming for that ideal 70% lean meat and 30% fat ratio. Season this blend with everything in your spice cabinet. Think turmeric powder, salt, Goan toddy vinegar, ginger garlic paste, and a secret red masala mix featuring Kashmiri chilies, cumin, cardamom, cloves, and bay leaves. Allow these agents of flavor to infiltrate the meat for a couple of hours, infusing it with depth and character. Now it's time for the stuffing. Using a stuffing pump, carefully fill the pork intestine casings, ensuring a snug fit. Once stuffed, divide the sausage into smaller lengths, tying them off with a knot at each end. Smoke them over an open fire for a day or two, letting them soak up all that rich, smoky goodness until they reach that perfect dark crimson hue. It's like a tanning bed for sausages. These can stay good for up to a year, and when it's time to feast, just toss those sizzling links into a hot pan and let the aroma of pure porky perfection fill the air. This is a sausage experience like no other, infused with a subtle hint of coconut, courtesy of the Goan vinegar made with coconut fenny, a double distilled spirit. This dish delivers a uniquely tropical twist. Its rustic texture, achieved by using chopped meat instead of minced, ensures that every bite is a hearty revelation, with generous chunks of meat stealing the spotlight. Our third level of pork is nestled within the walls of the oldest hotel in Goa. This 130-year-old mansion not only preserves historical architecture, but also age-old recipes, including a pork masterpiece that contains pork fat, intestines, liver, and gizzards. Presenting Pork Sorpotel, a quintessential Indian pork curry that reigns supreme during the Christmas season in Goa, deeply rooted in the region's Portuguese colonial heritage.
Sorpotel came in Goa from Portuguese time, when the Portuguese were ruled with our youngsters. So that time in Christian activities, especially for the wedding, the communion, the baptism, we had a big huge buffet of Christianity. In that every dish we have to get Sorpotel. Without this, the entire buffet is empty. People say like if there's no Sorpotel, it's not a Goan food.
To kickstart this porky journey, we begin with the masala. Into the blender goes pepper, cumin, cloves, cardamom, garlic, dry red chilies, ginger, jaggery, and Goan vinegar, all whirling together into a spicy paste. Then chop up the pork fat, intestines, and other organs into small cubes. Heat up some oil in a pan and toss in our cubed organs, giving them a quick sauté before setting them aside. In the same pan, add more oil and sauté chopped onions until golden brown. Then introduce our masala mix. Pour in some pork stock and a touch more jaggery for sweetness. Sprinkle in 2 more spoonfuls of vinegar for that extra zing, followed by the triumphant return of our organ meats. Give it a good stir and serve with a garnish of freshly chopped coriander leaves. The flavors of this dish are as complex and rich as the history of Goa. It's a unique blend of familiar Indian spices with Portuguese tradition. Each organ contributes its own distinct flavor and texture, accentuated by the subtle tang of vinegar and mild spices. Our final level of pork is the most expensive pork dish we could find, a dish reserved only for the grandest celebrations like weddings, New Year's, or Christmas. Prepare for an entire piglet roasted whole.
The suckling pig weighs around 5 kg and the stuffing and all that goes up to 7 kg. The stuffing is pork meat, then sausage, then dry fruits, raisins, then roasted cashew nuts, breadcrumb, and herbs like cilantro and all that.
To start, we need to prep the stuffing. Heat up some olive oil in a massive copper pan and toss in chopped garlic and onions. Follow that with diced carrots, chopped pork belly, and a splash of red wine. Then add the star of the show, Goan chorizo sausage. Yep, the same flavorful stuff we enjoyed earlier. Now it's time to amp up the flavors even more. Add water, nuts, raisins, salt, white pepper, fresh cilantro, and cubes of herbaceous bread to soak up all those delicious juices. Mix it all together and check it out. Your piglet stuffing is good to go.